few baseball games, hopefully give some winners, and if not, at least some good information to base your bets on. And of course, we're always sprinkling in a little bit of basketball in at the end because it is the playoffs. Finally, some exciting basketball to talk about and watch. We've got Craig Trapp joining us. Craig, how are we doing over there?
All right, good day yesterday. We had quick hits yesterday. I think I did pretty well. It felt like I did. And then hit my best bet in the NBA. So when you kick off the playoffs with a winning bet, that's always a good day. And I gave out the consensus with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Believe they won as well. So we'll maybe give out another consensus free play. And I got another one in the NHL for you at the end as well after we talk about NBA. But I'm excited. Day 2. And this is the game everybody's talking about tonight. We're going to talk about it at the end, Warriors and Lakers.
Right. All kinds of exciting stuff to get to, but let's dive into some baseball. But first, if you are tuned in, make sure and hit that like button. We're out here doing our best, grinding out every single day. And if you like what we're doing, throw us a like because we would really like it. All right, let's dive into this slate that we're looking at for baseball. White Sox Twins. We've got White Sox road favorites at -125. Total is 9 runs. Lucas Giolito on the mound for the Sox, who's been a bit up and down this season and no longer really the ace of that staff. Carlos Rodon really has taken over that role since throwing that no-hitter. Giolito has a no-hitter himself last season, I believe. Matt Shoemaker on the mound for the Twins. Craig, who do you like, or what's the play here?
Well, Twins with, of course, the big comeback last night. That was my other best bet in baseball yesterday was the White Sox. So kept me from a good day. But I'm coming back with them again today. But I don't think I like them for the game. I think I like them first 5. So I see the White Sox at -130 for the first 5. Also, a trend to mention, over has hit in 8 of the last 10 Twins games. So I wouldn't talk anybody off the over here. And like you said, Giolito has been a suspect as of late. So I could see him maybe even giving up a run or two early. And then this bullpen of the White Sox hasn't been lights out. So I would think the over. But the stronger of the two play, the first 5, Chicago White Sox -130.
Right. This is a trend that I've been playing almost the entire season because the White Sox are the best first 5 team in baseball. 26, 6, and 7 overall. And also pretty good over their last 10, 7, 2, and 1 in the first 5, and also really solid on the road, 12, 2, and 3 on the money line in the first 5 innings. I think you get a decent price here on Giolito just because he has been struggling. But at some point, we always talk about this. You revert to the back of your baseball card, and Lucas Giolito has some good stuff. He is a good pitcher, and I think that's the way to play this one as well. Let's move on to the next game on the card. Speaking of exciting pitchers to watch, we've got Shohei Ohtani going for the Angels. They're hosting the Indians tonight, and the Angels are favored -130. Total is 8 runs. Craig, who do you like, or what's the play?
Yeah, Ohtani. I mean, probably outside of his teammate Mike Trout, which is out right now, sounds like 6 to 8 weeks with that calf injury. I mean, Ohtani is the star of baseball. Not only he's been pitching great, but leading the American League in home runs, maybe even the entire baseball in home runs. But I like the Angels here. I mean, Ohtani was lights out last time out when he started. I think they're the play here at -130. Obviously, you're getting them at this price because Trout's out. If Trout was there, I'm guessing this would be closer to -150. But I still think, the Indians aren't a team that gets a lot of run support. So give me Ohtani. I think he'll have another good outing, and I like the price at -130.
Right. Speaking of pitching matchups, I think Aaron Savali's a quality pitcher as well. And if you combine that with the fact that this Indians offense has not been able to scratch across runs very often, and the Angels lineup, I know I lost on their under last night, but they still have one of the lowest on base percentages in all of baseball over the span of the last week. So I'll be looking at a first 5 under here. Ohtani just has electric stuff. So if people do get on base, he does kind of labor through innings occasionally because I think he just wants to be perfect so badly. But he has the ability to strike out guys and strand runners. So I think that's definitely a positive when you're talking about a first 5 under. Let's go the first 5 under. It'll probably be 4. I'm not looking at it, but since the total is 8, I would assume it would be 4. Let's move on to the Brewers and the Royals. And then real quick, I'm laughing at these comments because we're talking about Leg Show magazine in the comments again, and that's always always a fun. Oh, we're not going to roast a Leg Show magazine today.
No.
We're not choosing violence today. All right, let's move on to the Brewers and the Royals. We've got the Brewers as road favorites, -185. Total is 7.5 runs because Corbin Burnes is on the mound. One of the premier strikeout pitchers in the league, probably second to just Jacob deGrom, even though I think Corbin Burnes' numbers might be better.
Yep.
He has had one rough start where he gave up, I think, 5 or 6 runs to the Marlins. But other than that, he has been very, very solid, almost unhittable. Brad Keller has been pretty solid for the Royals as well. Craig, who do you like, or what's the play?
Boy, it's tough to lay this kind of number. I mean, I do think the Brewers win, but I wouldn't want to lay the run line here. And the reason why is Brewers offense has at times not been able to give a whole lot of run support to their starters. So to me, I think you have to go with the under here. Like you said, Burnes, I mean, he can go out there and get you, 7, 8 strikeouts pretty much every start. And
Right.
the key is he doesn't put a whole lot of guys on base too, but by way of walks.
Right. Yeah.
And the Royals aren't good. The Royals at the plate aren't good. So their the last 10 games for the 10 have gone under for them. So I'm sorry, 6 of the 10 have gone under. So I think you take the under 7.5 here. I also think the under first 5 innings would be a solid play as well.
Right. Both of these offenses are bottom 10 in runs. Milwaukee bottom, 2 in hits, and not high up there on walks. So just not offensively a really talented team. And then you combine that with the fact that Corbin Burnes, you're hoping he can be lights out, because when you take an under that's 7.5, you either need one guy to be lights out and one to be, decent, or both guys to just be decent and solid and have the bullpens contribute as well. And that's another factor. The Brewers do have a good bullpen, especially on the back end with Josh Hader and Devin Williams. So I am on the under as well. I almost like a first 5 under, but I think 3.5 is stretching it a little bit, just because both pitchers can have a solid outing and give up 2 runs each. So I think I'll be leaning on an under there as well. All right, moving on to basketball. I'm taking a quick glance at these comments. Craig, you see any that stand out that you want to touch on real quick?
Well, I see some people talking about how they did yesterday. I see some people talk about White Sox and the money line on the Astros, which I do like the Astros and Greinke today. I think Elliot said that.
I don't think I ever say that.
I don't, I always want the
Greinke.
Astros to, ever since they cheated, I always want them to lose. But I just think Greinke gets it done today, so I kind of like that one a little bit. But I think everybody wants to talk about the NBA today.
Yeah,
I mean,
for good reason.
it's the dream matchup. When they created this, there's no way the NBA could have been like, hey, the defending champion Lakers will be hosting Steph Curry in a 1-game winner gets 7 seed. I mean, this is like dream of the NBA. So exciting game. I mean, the Warriors absolutely on fire the last 10 games. Lakers did run off 6 at the end there with LeBron and Anthony Davis coming back. Lakers favorite by 5.5, total 220.5. The way I'm playing this, I'm playing 2 things, Chelsea, in this game. I'm playing a 5-point teaser, which I hardly ever do, but I think it's money in this one. Is you take the 10.5 with the Warriors, and then you take the over 215.5. So you that's what I like for a teaser. And then I also like a prop: Anthony Davis over 25 points and the Lakers to win. So that's a FanDuel prop where you have to win both, and it pays 158. So I like that one. I think Anthony Davis. I don't know who Draymond Green guards. I'm guessing he guards LeBron. So that leaves Wiggins on Anthony Davis, and I think that's going to be a problem. Either way, I think Anthony Davis gets us over 25, and I do think the Lakers win by 3 or 4 or 5 points and gets us to the prop win. So that's what I like for the NBA action. Of course, my best bet you have to purchase over at Picks and Parlays, but that's my second best bet in the NBA for tonight.
Well, you gave us all kinds of things. Props. Look at you.
Not
Adjusting with the times. I know. That's why I'm so surprised.
Well, I was trying to find a way. First of all, I think it's right on the number. Sometimes you handicap the number a lot of times.
Right.
And I thought it was right. I think it's going to be 4, 5, 6 point game. I don't think the Warriors are going to win. I think the Lakers will win. And so then how do you find value? And I think Anthony Davis is the key. I mean, I think he was the key for the championship last year, and I think he's the key again. I mean, LeBron's solid. He's always going to give you that well-rounded game. But Anthony Davis needs to give them points because I think the Warriors are going to score 115 in this one. So the Lakers are going to need to get you, 120. And so that's where I think the value is today.
Yeah, I think I would look at a total here. Total is 218.5. I just think with the superstars, they're going to be getting all the foul calls. They're going to be trying to outshoot each other. I think Steph Curry by himself can put up a ton of points. I know the Lakers traditionally, obviously, they don't shoot a ton of threes, but they have the ability to run the score up really quickly. Because with LeBron and AD, they can get down the court in transition really well. And just in general, I'm really excited to see the Lakers at full strength and full motivation. That's another thing. I didn't play any of the games last night just because I just feel the NBA this time of season is so different. The motivation is finally there. It's just another level, and I'm really excited to see these teams play. Do you have any feelings on a total, or is that one of your plays that I don't want to give out?
No, in this game, I do like I like a tease with the
Oh,
Warriors,
that's right.
but I do think the over would be. If I was going to play them straight, I would probably take the points with the Warriors, and I would take because I do think they win. I had it handicap as Lakers win by 5, so you're getting a 5.5. And then I do think this one goes over. I see it anywhere from 218.5 to 220.5. So make sure you search around.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I see a lot of movement on the. But I also like I said, a bonus in the NHL tonight. Right off our consensus play, which you can get that full consensus report if you go to picksandparlays.net. Underneath the premium picks drop down, click on consensus. Winnipeg and Edmonton tonight. We have 3 handicappers to 0 at the time of this on Edmonton minus 145. So we hit it with the Penguins last. We've actually hit it the last 2 days when I gave it out on my other video. So this will hopefully be 3 that we take Edmonton minus 145 tonight. And there's a couple huge consensus plays up, so make sure you check out that full consensus report.
Right. If you want any more information on any of the games today, you can head over to picksandparlays.net. Always good stuff. And I might just blindly tail that one because I'm not going to be watching that game. I'm going to be perfectly honest. There's a lot of stuff going on today. Giants-Reds game, any leans, Giants sweep. I will say the Giants, one of the best records in baseball right now, I think. And a lot of it's been due to their starting pitching. And they have one of their better ones on the mound today in Kevin Gausman. A former Cincinnati Red. He was not very good when he was with the Reds, and he got non-tendered going against Wade Miley, one of the 15 guys that have had no hitters this season.
Yeah.
But
giving them out like candy at Halloween this year. It's like just
right?
show up and here's your no hitter. I mean, some of them have been to elite pitchers. I mean, let's be honest. But once again, last night, of course, in the Detroit game, I mean, it's guys can't hit right now. If you look at the number of strikeouts this year, it's up even more. It's been up the last 4 or 5 years. It's up even more. I do like the Giants in this one. Cincinnati Reds are my hometown team. I've been pretty good betting for and against them this year. I like the Giants to finish off the sweep here. I also think the under is a solid play.
Right. If Wade Miley can keep going against this Giants lineup, and it's been fun to watch. I know it kind of waters it down when there's a ton of no hitters, but I think at some point the tides had to turn because we saw all those home runs last season.
Yep.
I know people are complaining, but if you like baseball, like this is how baseball used to be.
Yep.
And I know the old timers, Tony La Russa is shaking his fist at people for hitting home runs on 3-0 counts, which is another story that I won't get into. But anything else you like on today's card before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's it. I gave out all of the picks from earlier. I think, like I said, I think as far as free picks for me, I like the first 5 in that White Sox game probably the most today at minus 130, and I like the Astros at minus 115 probably next. I think both of those could have been premium plays for me, to be very honest. And I think this Lakers Warriors game, if you don't even want to bet this game, this is one to watch. But of course, I don't watch anything I don't bet on, so I'll be betting on it.
Right. I mean, all the people watching here are probably in the same boat. And that's why we love all of our viewers and listeners. Again, hit that like button if you like what you see. And if you missed any of our picks, we'll be posting this video shortly on YouTube. It might already be up. And you can scroll back and see picks for the White Sox game, the Brewers game, and also the Angels game. That's going to do it for me, for Craig, for Picks and Parlays. Great stuff. Don't forget to leave your locks in the comments so we can all see them later and maybe type in a few bets a little bit later tonight. But for now, that's going to do it. We'll see you guys next time on